Let's continue. I promise this will be quite fast. Right. The idea from now, in the following minutes, is that Georg and me, we try to detail a bit and explain you about the InnerSource Commons. Let's say this is kind of the umbrella and the first international, let's say, community about InnerSource. And of course, you are more than welcome to come and more than welcome to join. And we want this to be kind of a safe environment for organizations under the Chatham House rules. So I would say that this is quite a great place to share experiences. I don't exactly remember the motto from Silona, but basically she says that we don't have enough time to fail, to do all of the failures, right? Kind of that. So basically, if we share experiences, it would be much better. So just a small reminder about InnerSource. So basically, what we are trying to do here is to take the lessons learned from open source and apply those in somehow into the way organizations develop software, right? So we can go for small pieces of an organization as BBVA data and analytics, or we can go to some more examples, I suppose, with really massive organization and geographically distributed, right? So some advantages or perhaps goals or kind of the things you will get if you're applying InnerSource is, well, if we start applying code review processes, continuous integration, testing, and so on, we will see improvement in the code quality of our code base. We will decrease as with highly motivated developers, as we saw with Georg, that we decrease the time to market. We produce really innovative things. We allow developers to work all together, right? Basically, what we do at the end is to reduce development. So if you talk to the C-level, to the chief CDO, CEO, and all of this, they are interested in basically either selling new products or saving money from the current development process. So, and well, it's quite interesting, this idea of increase the developers' engagement that we saw again for the boss case. So these three ideas here is basically where to start. This was typically done by Guy Martin. He's working in Autodesk, and he's doing talks about InnerSource. And basically, his approach, and I would say this is shared by the whole community, is first start with the people. So that means basically the culture and community building. So we have to bring all of the people together and work in the same way, in a homogeneous way, that people trust the process, right? Then we have the process in terms of the software development. And finally, we need tools, right? So we need the communication channels, we need mailing lists, we need tools such as, well, GitHub Enterprise or GitLab or some other things, Bitbucket, as used by Bosch. So there are several things. But the idea is, well, let's focus first on the people. The InnerSource Commons, Manrique already mentioned this, but again, the idea is basically to build a body of knowledge. And this body of knowledge, the idea is that this is basically publicly available, so anyone can go and learn from that body of knowledge, but again, they can contribute. Okay, so basically, the idea is to go around, to educate, to tell about InnerSource and how the different organizations and people and research centers are basically dealing and learning from InnerSource. The current status of the InnerSource Commons, this was so far under the PayPal umbrella. Now we are building the foundation. This should be done, I don't know, the following weeks or yeah, anytime soon, I guess. It's important to mention that this is a community of individuals, so we are working in the same way as Apache Software Foundation. So this is not, let's say, something for companies that go there and put some money. It's basically made by individuals for individuals. So the important things here, it's not the money, are not the company, are basically the individuals that believe in this. So you as individuals, you are more than welcome to join. Basically, we have 2 meetings per year. The next one is in Stuttgart. Well, it's in Renningen, actually. It's pretty close to Stuttgart. It's in May, from the 16th to the 18th of May. The call for papers is still open. The deadline is this Friday, this Sunday, on the 28th, right? 6 days. So it's 6 days. You should send something, definitely. The next one is in New York, in Islandia, and it's I just learned today that this is said as Islandia, as in Spanish, not Iceland, by the way. So it's Islandia in Long Island, close to New York. So you are more than welcome. It's going to be at the beginning of October. Well, basically, if you go to the website, we will share the slides later, so don't worry about this. There is a Slack channel. You are more than welcome to participate. Please remember, and it's really important, that it's under the Chatham House rule. So this means that we can all share experiences, but we cannot say, okay, this company said this, because this is bad press, and we don't want to have this in our companies, right? So the idea is to share experiences and learn in a safe environment, again, remember this. And we have a mailing list as well. So again, this is under the Chatham House rule. And then we have several meetings, so you are again more than welcome to come. So we have meetings for the governance thing that we are now in progress. We have meetings for the patterns. We will see now what patterns means. And we have meetings for building the summits and so on. So there are a bunch of things there. The idea now is to work to let you know about the patterns, and Georg will work on this. We'll elaborate a bit of this. But basically the idea is we are characterizing the problems, and patterns are typically a good way to basically say, this is the problem, and we had this solution across the several organizations. So this is something we can share all together. So
now I'm all that's standing between you and pizza.
Yeah.
I'll be quick, I promise. So real quick, why are we focusing on pattern now that the pizza is over there? We think that's the best way, first of all, for you to participate, and it's also our way of sharing knowledge. That's why I just wanted to put that out here. So what is a pattern? That's the official definition. In essence, it's just a proven solution to a problem, period. A fancy one, though, but anyway. So let's have a look at a real-world example, which you already know, the review committee. And the way a pattern works, and I'm going to explain what the constituent elements are, is this. So this is the problem. In order for InnerSource to succeed, you need some level of management buy-in. It can be not enough. If there's not enough buy-in, you will not be able to start. Managers who want to micromanage, not good. So where you want to be is here, somewhere here. And the pattern explains how to get there. As simple as that. So the question is, how does that work? So first of all, the pattern only applies in a certain setting. It does not apply for every company, which is why patterns have a context section which says it only applies to companies which have XYZ properties. For instance, the prevalent management style, is it top-down? Is it cooperative? Does the company have experience with the open source working model? Yes or no? That very much influences whether or not this pattern can apply. And then there are basically the reasons why you are in this very specific position, and that's what we call forces, basically. And where you are here is basically a matter of balancing these forces. One force, for instance, to make it a bit more concrete, is force number one. That's basically if a manager has no control of what's going on in whatever project, he's not very likely to commit to that project. That's a problem. That's keeping, management buy-in back, so to speak. And the way patterns work in general, we can't change the context, that's there, but the forces we can change. So what we did in this pattern is eliminate one force. See? It looks different, and we added a new one. Whoops. And that new force is basically the review committee. That makes it very easy for management to control, have some level of control of what goes on in the InnerSource initiative, and thereby sign off on it. So the buy-in was ensured by using that. And then we have what we call a resulting context, basically the desired state where managers would be, not reluctant anymore to sign to support InnerSource. So these are the elements of a pattern. So to summarize, there's a problem. There are some forces which explain why the problem is there. There's a context which explains in what context the whole problem arises. And then there is something where we want to be, the resulting context, and hopefully the resolution or the solution depends. And that's basically the core of a pattern. That's stuff that we collect in the community. And then there's some metadata, for instance, a good title, really important for patterns. The authors, if you want to be named, don't have to be, Chatham House rules. And known instances also, so you can actually go to people and ask them, how did you do that exactly? With the review committee, for instance. And then there is one kind of pattern, which we call a donut pattern, for obvious reasons. And this is where you come in, maybe. It's basically just a fancy problem description, if you will. Like, we want to be there, resulting context, but we have this problem, we have no idea how to solve it. And those are very welcome as well in our community. So if you want to contribute those, that's fantastic. And that's pretty much it from my part. Well, now we have some more slides.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Almost done.
Stop working. Yeah. So. Do.
Want to?
Oh,
That's fine.
will do.
So we already mentioned that we have usually pattern meetings bi-weekly. It's a really nice crowd of people, and it's the best way to get in contact with us. We have currently only 12 approved patterns, and the link is here. I will not show you the website right now. It's on GitHub.
Yeah. Oh, and the next one is about metrics, which is great.
Metrics?
Definitely, yeah.
Oh man, you have to do this now. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, this is where the next summit is going to be at Bosch. The building will not collapse. The works has been standing for a couple of years now, and we hope to see you there. Hopefully, it's going to be fun. And yeah, some more links if you want to dig up on stuff that we did. We have a webinar also about patterns if you want to look at that. We have a YouTube channel with very few videos, I believe. Yeah, and basically stuff for you to read up on. What's that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the book.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
By the way, thank you to GitHub people. They brought the book, so you can take some free copies. Getting started with InnerSource. This is the first book published by Riley and the PayPal with the PayPal case. So they are around, and you have free stickers and so on. So I would say let's go for pizza.
Pizza time.
Okay. Thank you for your time.